can be the machine learning. Naveen, Nitin, Kartikeyan, Dinesh, you guys, you can. It's your
Yeah,
turn.
it is like y- yeah, it's like analysis of the data or historical forecasting what gonna happen next. Like analysis, and based on that, you provide the solutions or sort of forecasting of the data.
Yes, we can say it's the forecasting of the data, right? And even you guys are very much familiar with data analysis or data visualization or reporting. How many people are even aware of reporting?
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Yes, you guys are aware of that. What is the difference between a reporting and between a data science or a machine learning? Can anyone?
Machine learning is something like so it is like artificial. It comes under artificial intelligence, and we are enabling a machine to learn on its own. So
Yes.
when it sees the data, it has to I guess it has to identify the right model to uh, roll up, or anyway it should decide on its own, like which model it is or which domain. For example, if it is a healthcare, there will be a
Yes.
pre-decided model will be there for healthcare. So this machine learning algorithms will choose right algorithm to apply on the particular data.
Wow, wonderful, Karthikeyan. That's true, right? Now, let me explain you. I have drawn a small graph over here on the board, so you can see Kant equal to data. Now I'm the data over here. You guys are learning from me. Now I call you people Dinesh, Karthikeyan, Naveen, and Nitin. I call you people as a model, right? So now you learn from me what is machine learning. You learn from me how to solve a problem with machine learning. You learn from me how to solve a problem with data cleaning or with statistics. You learned all the things from me. I'm nothing but a data. So I trained you, so you learned from me, right? And you became a model now. You are the perfect model. Now, what I'm doing is that after learning, I provided you with the future data. Try to solve this problem, Naveen. Try to solve this problem, Nitin. Try to solve this problem, Dinesh. So, what you are doing is that when I have given you a problem, you are solving it, which is nothing but I call it as a prediction. So, here, in order to solve this problem, Kant is interlinked with you. In order to solve a problem, Kant is interlinked with you. Friends, Naveen or Nathan or Kartikeya or Dinesh, Kant is interlinked with you.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Kant is not
Yeah.
interlinked. Kant is detached. After training you, he detached. You've been to your job profile.
Hmm.
Right? In the job profile,
Okay.
someone provided you with a problem statement, your client. Hey Nitin, hey Naveen, you want to solve this. So you solved it with this prediction. So whatever you solved is a prediction. Why? It's not in your hands to say, your client need to say that whether it gonna be accepted or it gonna be rejected. Getting it? So you are calling it as a prediction. Getting it? Now, what is the main reason to learn from Kant? So you thought that there is a job profile, I can pursue it. So I can't call all the time Kant. Kant, what is this? Kant, what is this? It would be completely hectic. So if you learn it, you can take the decisions on your own. You can take a decision. I got an idea. I got an idea. Why I need to provide a reporting? What is a reporting? If you guys are not listening to me, and if you generate a report saying that how many times Kant used this word, how many times Kant used this, oh my god, I am using this word very less amount of times, I'm using this word very high times, I should not use these words, and I want to improve the usage of this word. I am a human is taking a decision based on the report provided by you. But based on the report, can you understand what is machine learning? If you're not listening to what is machine learning, and if you're just providing me how many times Kant used mission, how many times Kant used learning, Are you able to understand what is meant by a machine learning? Can you understand it? No. If someone asked you, hey, Dinesh, what is machine learning? You were unable to answer it. Right? Why? You just counted it. You
Yes.
never been to the sense of what machine learning is. You are not understanding it. You are just counting the words. So this is what we call it as data analysis. Right? If the same model, if the same, what a machine learning is, you have the past data, you have the past data. Instead of reporting it, what you are doing is that you are giving it to a algorithm, to a machine learning algorithm, like k nearest neighbors, like decision tree, like random forest, all this stuff. Right now what they're doing is that these algorithms are learning your past company data. So by learning past company data, if anyone comes from the future, if they tell you the data, hey, you learned from the past data, now I'm giving the new data, someone registered in your website, it is able to predict. You have the past data called recommendations. If anyone click on iPhone 7, you want to give the recommendations for same prices with the different colors and different GBs. So someone clicked on the iPhone 7. In the future, it is able to provide the recommendations to him. Your algorithm is taking the action. It is not going to the past data again. Why? It's already learned all the past data. Now it can understand what can be the past data and it can make a prediction. Able to understand, friends? Nitin, Naveen,
Yes.
Karthikeyan, Dinesh, and another one. Able to
Yeah.
understand? Nitin, you were able to. Naveen, Karthikeyan, Dinesh. Once, please let me know if you're unable to understand. Let me explain it. Yes, you guys are able to understand it, right? So, Naveen, able to? All right. I hope I'm not able to hear you. So, what is a machine learning? So, machine learning is nothing but computers if your computers start taking decisions taking decisions on future data, I call this as machine learning. So what they're doing is that your computers are taking decisions on the future data. If anyone approves for an EMI loan, a machine is telling whether to give the loan or not to give the loan. If anyone clicks on the iPhone, your machine is taking a decision whether to give the recommendations or not to give the recommendations, which we call it as machine learning. So how the machines are learning? So your machines are learning from the past historical data. Your machines are learning from past historical data. So whatever the data you have given to your machine, they are able to make a prediction. So there is a logic over here. If your past historical data is having only related to approval of a loan, your machine can approve for rejection. Can your machine is able to do the rejection, or your machine can do only approval of loan? Friends, what is your answer?
Only approval.
Only
Yeah.
approval.
It will be
So
only approval.
yes.
Yes.
So why you require even statistics in the sense to provide a right data to a machine, even you require a statistics. So by giving a right data, your mission would be right. So in order to be perfect, in order to crack a job in future, in order to work on artificial intelligence, or in order to work on machine learning, it's my responsibility to provide the right data. If you're unable to work in real time, it's not your problem, it's my problem. Able to get me, friends, everyone?
Yeah.
Right? The inaccuracy of a model is dependent on you. Right? And when we go to the next step, so you can see the self-driving cars. You can see the slide. Let missions play the game. Be a coach to mission. You are a coach. You are training it. You are the guidance, right? You are the team leader. You are guiding a mission to play the game. So the skill of a self-driving car is not dependent on the car. It's dependent on the person who coded it. So you are the person who coded it. You are responsible. You are the coach. Right. So if an algorithm is able to predict, wonderful. If a Flipkart is providing the recommendations, if iPhone 10 is recognizing a human face, the strength of the iPhone is not the face ID, but the machine learning engineer who trained a machine in such a way. It's the beauty of a machine learning engineer, right? And when we go to the next slide, so this is called as Gartner's hype circle for emerging technologies in 2007. So they're gonna release another emerging technology hype cycle in 2018. So you can see in July 2018 they release it. Now based on the 2017 hype cycle, you can see the expectation of the courses, the technologies. You can see the scale of machine learning and deep learning. And you can see it gonna take 2 to 5 years even to boom, or in order to come into the mainstream. So in order to come into the mainstream, even the machine learning and deep learning gonna take 2 to 5 years, right? And even there are some technologies like blockchain technology, some augmented reality, some virtual reality. So you are having a virtual assistants, IoT, Internet of Things, all this stuff gonna take even 5 to 10 years. And you can see autonomous car also having high expectations, but it's gonna take more than 10 years to create jobs. But your machine learning and deep learning, they're gonna create jobs within 2 to 5 years. This 2 to 5 years is they projected this 2 to 5 years since even 2016. They said 2 to 5 years. Even now in 2017, they are saying 2 to 5 years. This is the highest expectation on machine learning. Now, let's discuss on what are the various applications of machine learning. What are various applications of machine learning? Can anyone guess what can be the various applications of machine learning? Anyone? Can you tell me applications of machine learning?
It's like services where we telecalling and all. We have some questions
Okay.
to get an help, like help from the call centers we do. So that will be replaced by machine learning. So they will understand the language and they will reply it back.
We can say chatbots, all the stuff.
Yeah.
What do you say, others? Dinesh or Karthikeyan? What do you say, you people? Dinesh or Nitin or Naveen? You can guess.
You're asking about the
Applications of machine learning.
real-time application. Yeah,
Yes.
chatbots. Do you think
Yes, yes, yes.
many
Chatbot.
chatbots are created? Yeah, I guess the hardwares like Alexa
Yes.
uh, will come under this machine learning.
Okay. Wonderful. What you others? Some more guesses?
Voice and speech recognition
Voice and
and the
speech
one on the Google.
recognition. Perfect. So these are all the applications of machine learning, right? So surveillance systems, predictive policing, political campaigns, optical character recognition, Amazon, Netflix, SoundCloud, all the recommendation engines, your filter algorithms in news feeds, your personal assistants like Google Now, Microsoft Cortana, Apple Siri, Bixby, etc. and etc. Google Ads, like advertising in Google, right? So which is an application of machine learning. Your autonomous cars, which is an application of machine learning. Your facial recognition, which is an application of machine learning, right? So all this, your Flipkart, Amazon, all this falls under recommendations. So what not, everything is mostly under machine learning now. The companies are planning to make all the system into machine learning, most probably. Why? So when I'm going for a machine learning, I can decrease the human intervention. When I decrease the human intervention, you can call me Kant, job count would be decreased. Yes, job count would be decreased, but other jobs are increasing, other autonomous jobs are increasing, other vacancies are increasing. When a job count is decreasing, what happens? Your pay scales would be increased. Why? So you are the person, you are the coach, you are the mentor to a mission. When you are the coach and you are the mentor to a mission, without you a mission can't be built. Without you, I can't create another mission, right? So I want to pay you the better pay scale. That's what you are doing now. That's why machine learning fresher is having such a fat salary. This is the only reason. Getting it? And one of the application, even of a machine learning, you can say this. Just start typing, whether I need to say typing in or typing this or typing A. What I need to do? I said typing this. When I said typing this, just start typing this paper or what? I'm just start typing this paper or a tweet. You were able to see the predictions. So how your chat got the knowledge to provide you sequence predictions? Who gave the knowledge to a mission? Again, our coaches. You guys are our coaches who train a mission, who train a chat systems. So all the things, whatever you are using now is a mission. That's why I made a statement. Your mobile to a mission. It don't has the hands, it don't has the legs, but your mobile phone can speak with you with Siri. It can guide you on text. It can speak with you. It can listen to the words. It can see with Google Lens. It can smell with Google Nose. Oh my God. It is having all the things like a human. Only the thing it can't walk or it can't do the activities. But it can do the activities inside my mobile phones. Wonderful. Again, the same. Now, before going to that, what is a prediction? What is a prediction? Friends, what is a prediction? Can anyone tell me what is a prediction? Here, your machine is doing a prediction. You came here to do a prediction. Why? I call it as a prediction, even in my terminology. You came here based on the demo. You want to take a prediction whether to join with BPEC or whether to take the course on machine learning or whether to switch my career or not. You want to take a prediction. What is a prediction? We are speaking about machine learnings are doing predictions. What is a prediction?
The outcome of it.
The outcome of it, I call it as a prediction.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a foresight where we can see how it will work for me, or what are the things where I
Yes.
can go.
Yes, absolutely, that's true. So here, if you observe it in a simple line, prediction is statement about an uncertain event. I don't know what the event is. I don't know what's gonna happen. That's the reason your mission is predicting with three things. It's an uncertain. I don't know what a human is looking for. He's typing for just started typing. Is it in? Or is he gonna be with this or he gonna be with A? I'm not sure. So based on this, again, there are chances whether it's gonna be a paper or it's gonna be a tweet. It's an uncertain event. So the person who is making a decision with, I can say, the damn accuracy on an uncertain event, I can call you as a machine learning engineer. So you are saying that this machine can predict for sure. It never disappoint you. You are very accurate on it. So that's the reason you are doing analysis. So in order to make a right decision, you want to do a huge analysis. If you're not doing a huge analysis, if you're taking a decision on go, there may be a problem with issues. There may be a problem with various issues. In order to solve that issues, you want to think and you want to make a decision, right? That's what you are doing. In order to make a decision, in order to make a mission, to take a decision, you are doing the analysis. You are doing all sorts of analysis, whether this mission gonna work or not, what's the data. You are doing all the things and you are going with the right model building, right? And when we go to the, again, the prediction can help in developing our plan. So predictions, what they're doing is that by making a prediction, I can develop my plan. So you are planning to make a prediction. So you're planning, I want to go to a machine learning engineer. So what's that mean? So you are developing your plans. Your pay scale is now this level. You are planning to make it to some other level. Your work area is now in this level. Your passion level, you are improving it out. The way, the challenging profile, all the stuff you are incrementing it. That's how a prediction is helping. A prediction is says tomorrow the climate gonna be 20 degrees. You're gonna develop your plan. You may not be catching an umbrella. You may catch an umbrella. They say you may not be taking a jacket. You may carry a jacket based on the prediction. So in the future, based on the model, they say that there is a problem in the future for the common profiles or the common careers. What you do, you are based on someone's predictions, you are planning to do the course machine learning. Why? I'm into .NET or I'm into the same profile, there may be chances to pluck me out of a company, so I want to make my boundaries better. You're planning it perfect based on someone's plan. So based on someone's plan, someone's prediction, oh, machine learning on a beam in 2 to 5 years, I want to do it now. Right, that's how a prediction is helping the users. And what is an artificial intelligence? Then what is AI then? What is AI? What is AI? This is machine learning. Then what is AI? What is artificial intelligence? Anyone?
Using these day predictions and machine learning, we can develop a model where many things can be get resolved. We can provide a solution to a problem.
Yes. So we can say in a simple line, AI is all about artificial intelligence. Khan, that's I know that. Why you are delivering the same thing? No. So AI is nothing but, for example, you have the intelligence, but a machine doesn't have an intelligence. So your computer doesn't have an intelligence. You are creating an intelligence. So machine learning is an AI? Yes. Machine learning is a part of AI, but machine learning is not AI. Machine learning is a part of AI, but machine learning is not AI. Right? Then speech to text. So if you give it, if you pronounce it, your computer can convert into a text. Is it an AI? Yes. Speech to text is an AI, but speech to text not just it's only not an AI. It's a part of AI. Machine translation. You were doing the translation from one language to another language. Yes. It's even an artificial intelligence. What about computer vision? What is a computer vision? It can recognize the human faces. Your iPhone 10 is a computer vision. Face ID, tagging a friend is a computer vision. When you upload an image in Facebook, it's gonna tag your friend. It's a computer vision. It is able to recognize. Vision is nothing but the sight. It can recognize the people. A computer can recognize you people, which is an artificial intelligence. Text to speech. If you write a text, it can speak it out. When you go to Google, when you search for a word, you can click on the mic, it can pronounce it. Or you can say, when you get a message in your phone, if you activate text to speech, so on and so forth, this guy send you a message, it's gonna speak. Text to speak. Right? So self-driving cars. Your cars can take the decisions. Your cars can drive, which is even an artificial intelligence. Deep learning. So you can create an artificial neural networks which can do the predictions, which is an AI. Robotics, your robots, you can create a humanoid robot like a Sophia. You can create a robot which can be a politician. You can create a robot for destruction. You can create a robot to send it to the Mars. You can create a robot to send it to the moon. You can create a robot in order to stay in the border rather than staying in some sort of uh, rather than sending that into the human area. You can send the robot to the border so that it can be a terrorist or it can be a god. It can be a military man. Right. All this falls under a big tree called as AI. So each and everything is doing each and every task. But all the things are related to artificial intelligence. They are created. There is no intelligence to a machine or a computer or an iron. You are creating an intelligence, which we call it as AI, friends, right? And all these things are doing predictions. Computer vision is a prediction. Text to speech is a prediction. Your robot at a border is a prediction. Why? So it is able to recognize someone is lifting the gun. So you're shooting it out. It's a prediction. Hey, you shared me a data, input data. Someone is holding a gun. I want to shoot it. Oh, AK-47. You're doing it. It's a prediction. Self-driving cars. Someone standing over there. He just started the engine. Oh, I want to just go up. Someone is coming up. I want to take a break. Oh, it's a data. Someone is coming in front of a car. Data is came. You want to give the brake. It's a prediction. Getting it? So speech to text. Someone shared this voice. I want to convert into a text. The input is voice. I want to convert this into numeric, which is a prediction. Oh, someone has provided the language in English. I want to convert that into Chinese. Oh, it's a prediction. Everything is a prediction. So we learned about a prediction. We learned about what is AI, but what is the evolution of a prediction? I want to understand it. How the predictions are how they are evolving. I want to understand. Let's see the change. So we have the forecasting somewhere years back. Oh, give me the time series data. Give me some 2016 sales, 2015 sales, 2014 sales. I predict you what gonna be the sales in 2017. Give me 2017 sales, 2016, 15. Give me the past 3 years data based on the time series I forecast. Tell me yesterday's weather report. In this day, give me some weather reports. I can forecast what can be the weather on tomorrow. We call it as forecasting. There is a limitation. Oh, always I want to get a time based data. If I don't have a time based data, I want to predict. If I consume 200, if I consume, I want to predict something like, if I consume 3000 calories, what gonna be my weight without eating, without consuming calories. You want to predict your weight. Oh my god, can you do it with forecasting? No, there is a limitation. Again, I got a scientist. Let's do it with regression. Regression is not a new concept. You have the regression in your schoolings. Do you remember it, friends? You have the regression in your schoolings. I hope you are used to use your graph paper. Let me take calories consumed on x-axis, weight gained on y-axis. So for this much amount of calories, this is the weight gain. For this much amount of calories, this is the weight gain. Calories. So you would be drawing a straight line from the origin. Right. So you draw a straight line now. Someone asked you, hey, I want to consume this many amount of calories. So for parallel to this y-axis, you draw a straight line. Sorry, don't feel bad. Let's take this is the point. Now we call this as intercept. You draw a straight line from this point. Now say for this calories consumed, this would be the weight gain. Oh, wonderful. Right angle triangle equation. Great. So the same concept you came with regression analysis. Oh, again, if you go for a regression, the data need to be having a pattern. Means there must be a continuity. If sales increases, there must be a directly proportionality or inversely proportionality. If calories increases, weight must be increased. If calories increases, or weight must be decreased. So either it must be directly proportional or inversely proportional. Only then I can do the predictions. Oh, again a limitation. So I got an idea. If machines are able to think logical and if they are able to classify, what can be the data? Any kind of a data. What can be any nature of a data, but my machine need to do the logical predictions. Oh, let's go with classification kind of predictions. We call it as logical predictions. If salary is less than 20,000, I want to reject the loan. If salary is greater than 20,000, I want to approve the loan. Wonderful. It's nice. This idea is nice. We can go for it. So you started with various algorithms, like you started with support vector missions, you created k nearest neighbors, you created support vector missions, you created some decision trees, you created some random forest, you created some naive based algorithm. In this way, recommendation engine, you created all these algorithms. I got again a thought. Again, I'm a human, right? Why can't a decision tree do the support vector task? So each and everything is doing their own kind of task. Why can't a naive base can do KNN task? Why can't a KNN can do naive base task? Oh, you mean that multitasking like a human? Yes, that's what I mean. Oh, then again, I looked at a human. I see neuron structure. A human can be a terrorist. A human can be a trainer. A human can be a listener. A human can be a politician. A human can be a debater. A human can be a lawyer. A human can be a thief. A human can be some kind of anything. He can be anything. He can be anything. We can say in a simple line. He can travel to moon. He can be a person who create a space shuttle. He can be anything. Wow. What's the logic behind it? It's nothing but the neurons. Oh, neurons? Yeah, neuron is the one which learns. Neuron is the one which makes a human to do the task. Wonderful. Why can't I create an artificial neuron which can replace all these algorithms and only the ANN can do the task? That's the final stage of prediction. We call it as deep learning. This is the ANN is the root of your computer vision. ANN is the root of speech to text. ANN is the root of text to speech. ANN is the root of self-driving cars. ANN is the root of humanoid robots. All the things are ANN. So then what about this Khan? Then what about forecasting, regression, classification? All your company-wide problems. You want to solve the sales. You want to predict the profits. Go to this predictions. Go to this. All these threes are related to your data. If I want to do the task, I want to speak like a human. You want ANN. I want to recognize the emotion, how a Naveen is feeling now. I want an ANN. Right. I want a chatbot which can communicate with a person. I can do ANN. You can ask me, Kant, I can get a chatbot even with if then statement. No need to create an artificial neural network. I can write if then. If someone tries say hi, then you need to reply him that hi, how are you doing? Good, wonderful. In this way, you want to give an answer. Again, if we write it as a statement, or how are you doing? I want the information on this thing. You would be saying that this is so on and so forth. If then, but why ANN? So this if then statement is very straightforward. So in order to make it natural, in order to make it like a human kind of interaction, I want an ANN for better accuracy. Getting it, friends? Am I boring you guys? Naveen, Karthikeyan, Dinesh,
Not
Mm,
exactly.
Nitin.
no, it's a
Okay, fine.
feel of interesting.
Oh, all right. So I hope Nitin having the complete new stuff from last week to this week.
Exactly, it's totally different than what we see. Yeah.
All right. So fine. So this is what we're gonna learn. Finally, this is what we're gonna learn. We're gonna cover all the stats, all the things from this level, from this evolution to the final evolution. Now, all your companies are at this zone. Even some companies, some few in number, are here, and very handful of companies like Facebook, Google, Uber, Ford, Bosch, Nvidia, Intel, all these people are at this zone. Very few companies are at this zone, and most of the companies are at this zone. Right? This is the scaling, right? And even complete this deep learning gonna take even we can say 2 to 5 years. Deep learning and machine learning. Getting it? So what we gonna discuss in our trainings? You're gonna learn these algorithms, linear regression. You're gonna learn about the theory. You're gonna do the practical as well. You're gonna learn logistic, KNN, naive base, decisions, random, support, text, regression trees, Twitter extraction. You pull the data from Twitter and you analyze it. You do some sort of clustering things. You do forecasting. Complete evolution, complete evolving of algorithms, evolving of predictions we're going to discuss in our learnings. And above all, we offer you with one more thing: deep learning foundation. In the machine learning, you're going to go with deep learning as well. In case if if you are not going only for machine learning, and if you take both the AI, you're going to learn deep learning plus machine learning. It may not be deep learning foundation, it's going to be deep learning expert. So it's a Cosmo. I hope you are aware of this robot. It's even a robot which is Cosmo. It can recognize the humans. It can speak. It's a pretty cute robot, we can say. So it is even built with neural networks. So we're gonna learn this stuff, which is purely deep learning foundation. If you are going with a complete machine learning, you're gonna learn machine learning plus deep learning foundation, right? And finally, how we gonna teach? This is how we gonna teach it, friends. You're gonna learn statistics. You're gonna learn basics to expert level in Python language or in ARP language, or if you want, you can learn the both. You learn how to clean the data in order to better train your model. You learn machine learning projects. You do machine learning projects more than 10 plus on 10 plus algorithms. You do future engineering. For example, you want to do the course, you want to be a machine learning engineer. If I provide you with the .NET introduction to .NET, if I provide you core Java, if I provided you with the SQL, if I provide with PSQL, and if I say this is all about machine learning, is it so? Are you a machine learning guy? Friends, if I train you on these things, would you be a machine learning guy?
Yeah.
Hey, no.
Exactly.
It may not be no, right? So if I train you on .NET and all the stuff, how can you be a machine learning? I want to train you on machine learning agenda, right? So we call it as future engineering. Means what I need to provide, what not I need to provide. It's your role as a as a machine learning guy. You need to be very careful what data I need to collect, what columns I need to collect. I call it as future engineering, right? So if you are planning to learn machine learning, if I train you on .NET, you can't be a machine learning engineer. So in order to be a machine learning, I want to collect the relevant syllabus. In order to be an artificial intelligence guy, I want to collect the relevant syllabus. We call that as future engineering. So in our machine learning terminology, collection of right data, right? And after that, in GitHub, you're gonna get various coding friends. Yes, any doubts?
Can't, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Actually, Karthikeyan here.
Yes.
Talking about .NET and machine learning, actually, how would be helpful my .NET experience?
One
I'm having
thing,
around for 10 years, and
Karthik,
will you be
only
well? Will it be a new career, or my .NET experience will be value addition to my machine learning experience?
machine learning experience
How
with
it would be?
.NET would be valid only in the role of programming, right? Only in the programming means you are already
Mm,
into an UI role, right? So you would be developing a front end with the .NET,
yeah,
right? So when that would be helpful for UI, it
yeah.
may not be a negative thing for .NET. But the people who are switching from one
Okay.
background to machine learning, all the people would be are having a different career switch. No one is interlinked with machine learning. Why? Machine learning is a completely a whole new course, right? So everyone would be having, but what the companies are doing is that they're looking for your some of the skills. So they are having the requirement, but one of the problem is they don't have the time to train you. Normally what they used to do is that they used to train you, right? So nowadays they're not having the time to train. That's the reason what we are doing is that we are making you to work on GitHub implementation. So in the GitHub, you're gonna get various codings. On that various codings, you're gonna work on those codings. You're gonna work on those problems. So whatever the company problem they are having, they're gonna do it and they're gonna store it in the GitHub, right? So they would be publishing it so that you can learn from their problems and you would be getting the real time experience feel. So based on that, you can crack any interview. In the interview, what they do is that they never ask what is R programming. They never ask tell me the function of text mining. They ask you the approach. This is my problem, how you solve it with machine learning, right? So above all, you need to generate the skills. You can learn statistics if you spend 2 hours after completion of the training, or even if you spend 1 day or 1 month or any time, you can learn statistics. You can learn coding. You can learn even cleaning. Anything can be learned, but this is what you want to generate: problem solving skills. This is very important: how to deal with a problem, how to look at an issue, how to solve it, which algorithm to implement, which not to implement, what which at what time I want to use statistics, at what time. So the main pain area you're gonna have in a real time is that if I train you on statistic definitions and all the stuff, you know what is statistics, you know what is Python, what is data cleaning, but you may not be knowing where to implement and when to implement and how to implement, right? So that is what you want to learn from here. Getting it, friends?
Yeah.
Right? So as you asked, Karthikeyan, your profile would be an advantage in data science or machine learning. But what even I suggest is that you already have the programming skills, so you just moved into the machine learning. Why? Even the machine learning contains some sort of programming, right? And you have done some projects. So within the team, you moved internally also. You in this way you can frame it, Karthikeyan. Getting it?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Got it. And
Yes.
even
Yes,
these
sir.
are the things
Yeah.
resume, even I no need to worry, friends. I take care of how to prepare your resume. I take care on how to prepare for interview and all the stuff, right? I guide you on all the areas until you settle into a job. I would be there and I guide you. I can promise you on that, right? So just it's not the training part and delivering and it's done with the session. I guide you on all this stuff. So this you can just only the thing I require from your end is that your time and your commitment. So I say one thing, the delivery part I deliver is just a 20%. But rest of the thing is completely in your 80% is in your hands. The way you prepare, the way you learn, the way you drill deeper. Always I say, if you are planning to frame, you can give an experience of 2 years on machine learning. But in order to give a 2 years of experience on machine learning, I say you want the knowledge of 2 years guy. So I help you to get this knowledge, right? I'm already working on machine learning, so it's not a big deal. So how a person gonna work? So I can support you on this area. I can support you on how to get this knowledge, right? But I support why 80% in the sense you want to get a tremendous knowledge. Just don't learn a machine learning course like some courses like a PMP certification or in this way. Try to learn a machine learning as a passion. You can get a better job. You can get a better profile. Right, friends? It would be a passionate profile always. Try to be like a scientist. It's gonna work. It's gonna work for sure. Right? You can ask me any more doubts, and this is how we're gonna train you. This complete the training, the assignment and all the stuff, it's gonna be for this many hours of training. We provide 140 hours of training. You're gonna walk across 20 plus case studies. You're gonna run across 50 data sets and 3 tools. You're gonna have this many hours of assignments. You're gonna do live projects on this size of data sets, big data set sizes. And you would be having, if you are interested, you can submit a project. We give you with a project, you can submit it. And in case if you're interested, we guide you on publishing the papers. So in order to add value on your resume or to get or to demand for the better salaries, you can do some publishing the papers in IEEE. So I help you out on researching and all this stuff, so you can publish some kind of papers like this. So this would be your journey more. So this is how we gonna train you, friends. So on this part, if you have any queries, you can just ask me.
I have one question. So after taking this course and after having about 8 years or 10 years of experience,
Yes.
so what would be the role or the designation we would be taking,
In
after
now
taking
in
this?
machine learning, we call it as an associate machine learning engineer or a machine learning engineer, right? So it may not be normally a machine learning engineer would be a very high. No, the pay scales and all the stuff would be different. Means based on your current CTC, they're gonna invest on you, right? And how even the companies
Hmm.
are hiring is that it's not about the pay. It's not means why a single project is a very lucrative money, very high money in order to close a project
Yeah.
on machine learning. So what they're doing is that they're not bothering about the money. Even the startup
Hmm.
companies are paying 10 lakhs or 11 lakhs for a fresher. Why? They want the talent. A fresher can learn quickly, right? So if that's the main reason what they're doing is that they're focusing the freshers, the startups. If the startups are why they're not hiring the experienced people is that they can't pay such a money. But if you go to the big projects, even some government projects, they are there which are only they're spending some 200 to 300 crores only to implement machine learning in their companies, right? So for that reason what the companies are doing is that they're not looking for a fresher, they're looking for an experience, some big companies, right?
Hmm.
So you would be having the designation based on the way you are projecting in your resume and you are answering the questions, right? If they feel that, for example, you are having the experience, how the project work would be, for example, I'm working now currently, I got a finance project. The client is a finance related guy, right? Now if I am hiring you people, you got with some IT experience on machine learning, but you are having a sound experience. I may not be making you as a project manager. I make you to work into that project.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So based on that work, for example, depends upon the company as well, the designation varies. It varies in the sense there may not be any difference between a project manager and this. Both the guys would be similar. But only the difference is that if you're claiming 1 year or 2 years, you would be mostly into the managing positions. Either means manage. I don't suggest a managing positions always. Why? So managing, we may not be knowing what the client is. If you are into the part of the team, you would be doing some work. The project manager says, "Hey, try to clean this data. Try to work on this algorithm." They give a certain task. There would be 3 team or 4 team. Each and every guy would be working on each and every work. So the manager would be doing the calls, and even all the people would be giving the calls to the client. This is how the work happens in real time. Means this is how we do. And based on
Okay.
getting a knowledge,
So
based on my performance, I would be driven into from one project. I would be staying in this. From based on the levels how I projected, I would be a level. I would be the manager to another project. This is how it shuffles.
okay. So I have one last question.
Yes.
How is it? How is machine learning engineer different to a data scientist?
A data scientist may not be purely working on machine learning. Even he works a part of machine learning. So data scientist can work on stats. So data scientist is purely for problem solving. He can solve a problem with visualization. I'm having a problem. I'm unable to know how. I can't track my expenses. He can solve it. I can't track this. I can't track this issue. I want the future. It can do with forecasting or any kind of stuff. No need to go directly to a machine learning, right? So depends upon the problem. He go for a problem. So he goes for a machine learning. So for example, let me take a small example. I have given a problem statement. If I am a Bajaj Finserv guy, like a loan approval, right? So you will be getting the loan approval within 5 minutes. If I am a loan approval CEO, right? I came to you guys saying that, hey, I'm getting 10,000 applications in a single day. There are 30 supervisors across each and every branch. So these 30 supervisors are taking 60 minutes or 60 minutes to 1 day in order to approve a loan based on the supervisor and based on the time the application has been came into our office. So and our projection is that I want to go for 1 lakh applications in a future. So I can't solve it by hiring more people. I can't solve it by and even he said that the processing time need to be 5 minutes. I can't do any of this task. Only the task I left with is automation. So I can do automation with machine learning. So now I am choosing machine learning. That's the reason data scientist learns all the things. He learns data visualization, he learns statistics, he learns data cleaning, he learns forecasting, he learns machine learning. He learns all this stuff. So at what time it would be useful, he will be doing it. If the problem is solved with visualization, he can close it. If the problem is solved with a perfect analysis, he can close it. If the problem is solved with forecasting, he can close it. If the problem is requires a machine learning, he can close it. So he is an expert in all the zones related to data. But machine learning engineers, the
Okay.
main goal is purely automation.
Okay. So when we look out for an opportunity, we always look for a position where it is machine learning engineer. Is that
Most
is my
probably,
understanding
even though
correct?
the companies who are called as a data scientist, they're looking for machine learning itself. Some companies says data
Okay.
scientist
So
and
it's
making them
either of
to
it.
yes interrupt. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
So the line projects are into the any particular domain like healthcare
It,
or
it is
BFSI.
customizable, Karthikayan. It would be customizable. Why in the sense we can't give a project in whatever the domain required based on our interest, but it need to be driven on a customer interest. Why in the sense you may be coming from an IT background or a IT sector. If I give a project from financial, it would be a hectic task. You want to understand the terminology of the domain, you want to get the domain knowledge, right? So what I do is that based on your interest, I give you a project. You can place it so that you can work on it. Why? It's a known area.
Because actually machine learning is more of technical
Yes.
role, and if a data scientist would be a specialist in one particular domain, but end to end he will be having the expertise. For example, as you said, like having right from the data exploration, he'll prepare model and he'll
Yeah, yeah.
decide what kind of algorithm. So he'll be having the end-to-end experience
Yes,
in a particular domain.
yes,
Example, BFSI or healthcare.
yes.
So do you have such kind of training,
Yes, I provide you on that.
but
That's not a big
specific to one
problem.
particular
That's
area?
not a problem, Karthikeyan, as you said. So what? So the concepts would be universal, or you can say the concepts would be global. The projects what I give, when I give a projects onto your specific domain, you can correlate those things what you have learned to your specific domain, right? This is how I train you. Getting it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but still we'll have the choice of choosing,
Choosing your
I mean, say if
customizable case studies, yes, yes, or the
okay,
project, so that
okay.
that can help you more to drill deeper into the learnings.
Yeah.
Kant, I have one question.
Yes,
See, I
Nitin.
don't have any background as such with this sort of technical terminology what you are using, because I'm working with the Unix and all my backend will be different. Okay,
Yes, yes.
so how different it would be for me to understand Python and all these things? Are they similar to other languages
It
which
would
we
be
learn in
similar
the
to other
college?
languages, Nitin. You mean so only one thing never feel about the programming or the statistics. I train you in the way that you are a layman.
Okay,
You don't know anything about programming, you don't know
okay,
anything about stats. I start from in such a way so that when I started in such
okay,
a way, you can understand it. If I say that, hey, you know the Python, right? Correlated, do it in this. I don't never go. I hope I got this various things. Means whoever the students who are getting trained from are people who got already trained in IIMs or so, right? So they when
mm,
they are into IIMs or so in the courses, they used to provide directly. They started with the machine learning theoretical. So there may be various
okay,
people, there may be various backgrounds. They don't know statistics, they don't know programming. So when they are directly started with machine learning, they can't correlate the concepts. They don't know what he is doing. It
mm-hmm,
would be an hectic thing. That's the reason to
mm-hmm,
simplify it. If you observe even the sequence, I started up with the statistics. You would be
okay,
understanding why you are doing the statistics with statistics. No one covers a stats in machine learning, most probably they purely deals with algorithms. Why stats? In the sense, in the companies, it requires statistics is very important to switch either to a data science or a machine learning, right? So this is a common
okay,
thing. That's the reason I'm started with the scratch, so that you can get the knowledge why you need to have those things to be followed. You'd be starting with the basics. Even though you don't know the Python, you would be learning over here. Even though you don't know any scripting language, you learn it over here, so that you can understand the rest of the concepts.
okay, okay. No worries. Yeah.
This is how
Thank you.
this is how I framed the agenda. Okay.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Thank you
Okay.
very much. Yeah.
Yes, Nathan.
One last question,
Yes.
Kant. So for how long would be the duration and what would be the slots available?
The duration would be for 2 to 3 months, Naveen, I say. Means it's a lengthy
Yeah.
process. You want to
Okay.
bear me for such a days, right? Means only the reason I say that if you're learning it in some days and if you're not doing any projects, it's just a waste of money, right? You need to get
Yeah.
some output, you need to get some ROI out of it, right? So only the thing what I
Yeah.
say is that don't learn it for the sake of things. Uh, Try to spend some quality time, 2 months or 3 months. In case if you are having a time crunch, let me know. What I do is that I will be taking some special classes, some extra time, and I close it bit earlier, right? So it depends. You can go for time would be your zone, and the slots are available. We have the slots starting from Monday at different time zones. Like we have at morning 6:30, we have at morning 8:30, we have at morning 10 o'clock, we have at evening as well 8:30 and 9:30. These are different time zones. I may not be delivering all the
Okay.
slots. I deliver some, like 6:30 I deliver, morning 8:30 I deliver, and evening 8:30 or 9:30 I deliver. Right. So even unfortunately, I'm delivering evening batches, some of the evening batches. Unfortunately, due to people just raised an issue to deliver, so I'm delivering it. Right. So You can. So even there would be some other trainers as well for other zones. It's up to you. You can tell me your convenient time. So based on that, we can take it forward.
Okay, so if, say for example, if you are taking the 6:30 slot and
And I came with
we
some.
start that,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, we start that, and later point of time, will there be any, a swap in the trainers?
You have
Because
there is no change in the trainers. I knew that. I felt it. I got
okay,
very beating. All the students slapped me like anything. So
okay,
normally trainer should not be changed. I would be this trainer. You want to bear me for 3 months, right?
okay, thank you.
Right. I don't change the trainers, and mostly I take some. I'm with a new. I started up with being 3 months or so. Even there are some trainings. Even if you are in Hyderabad or Bangalore, I started a new kind of approach called as Coffee with Kant. It would be a kind of some different word, but it's a kind of thing like you can learn it in the coffee shop. I will be sitting with you.
Oh,
You will be getting your laptops. You get the dongles. I'll be getting the dongles for you. You can connect. We can discuss like a discussion. The training would be happening.
Okay,
Is it interesting or it's a bad thing?
it
yeah,
is
it's
quite
an
interesting.
interesting concept. Yeah.
It's just for 3 hours.
Uh,
It for Saturday 3 hours and Sunday 3 hours. That's it. It's done. 6 hours per week.
oh, great. So one more thing, Kant. I just need to know: is there any need to be install anything or on the
I
laptop
guide
or
you.
something like that?
I guide you. I guide you.
Okay.
So what I do is that based on now I'm in very I'm not just taking out this Khan sessions now. I'm in with very time crunch. I'm unable to get my time. So you can go with online. So whenever I'm been to Bangalore or so, we can do the discussions. So I will be traveling across in a month for all the locations. We can meet up in case if you want a classroom. I will be coming to the locations. We can have a discussion in coffee shops and we can clarify our doubts. So this is how the training happens most probably.
Okay. So you based out of in Bangalore, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
All right, Nathan. Thank you. Any more
Yeah.
doubts, friends? Naveen or Dinesh or Karthikeyan?
The weekend courses are available, right? We can
Karthik, where are you from? Which
we can
location, Karthik?
also. So I am from Chennai.
You are from
So
Chennai.
this
In Chennai,
coffee with Kant is available only for four cities, right? Like
yes, yes, yes. You can.
those that
Yes,
you mentioned.
normally I will be taking it Karthikeyan, but the problem is I'm not available currently. I'm traveling. I have a
Oh,
travel
okay.
means I have various conflicts uh, for 2 months badly. That's the reason I just holded it for some days. You can go for online if you want. If you want coffee with Kant,
Mhm.
you can wait for some days. I hope if you don't want to waste your time, you can just join up. I would be there. I may not be disappointing you for
Just for
sure.
no, no, that's just for online. The course will be online, right? Not that would be fine for me.
Okay. Even I will be coming. Even in between, I come to Chennai one time. Yo, I gonna come to Chennai on 16th December. If you want, we can meet it.
How about the
Okay.
Pune plan?
Pune plan, I gonna come, Nitin. Pune, I gonna come. Some in
Okay, okay,
December may
okay.
not be possible. In December means I want to halt in Chennai for one day. For that
Okay,
reason, I'm
okay.
coming.
No, no, I'm just asking
Yeah,
casually
I'll be
if
coming to Pune
we can
on
come up
Jan.
and
I can will be coming to Jan in Pune for Pune. We can meet.
okay, okay. And one more thing is that if suppose we miss some of the modules in
I
between,
share you
suppose
the
due to some
recordings, right? I share you the
emergencies.
recordings, or and you have the freedom to attend any batches. And even it would be good if
Okay,
you're
okay,
having
okay.
the time, you can attend any batch. Means I deliver a single means, for example, this is the demo I have taken for you. Again, the demo would be changed for another
Uh-huh.
guys, right? And even the examples
Okay,
would be
okay.
changed. Means I don't have any proper material. I don't go through the material and I don't deliver it. I deliver it with the examples of what I deliver in real time. Based on that, I deliver
Oh,
these all the stuff. So I change the examples very frequently.
okay. That's what I feel today. It's totally different that what we discussed.
On the day, right? Again, if you listen to another demo, again I give another examples.
Oh, great.
Okay.
So I would love to. No mind.
Oh, great,
Well,
Nitin.
right now I'm in free time.
Yes.
So I'm just getting into that technology. So any prerequisite preparations or something needs to
No
be
need
done
of any
before joining any
prerequisites,
other.
Nitin. You can only
No need, huh?
prerequisite I want from you is that I want your time.
Yeah, that's good.
That's only the
So in
prerequisite
the
I require
morning
from
session,
you.
I will be
Yeah, okay, you can.
okay. Okay, no
And
worries. Yeah.
All right.
one last question.
Yes.
What is the minimum configuration we wanted? I mean, we love
Nitin,
to have.
for you
Uh,
can go for i5, Nitin. If it the minimum would be i5. For deep learning, it's we will be using cloud-based servers most probably. If for machine learning, right, you can go for i5 would be minimum,
okay, so
I5 would be
and get
minimum.
at least the 16 GB of
okay,
RAM. 16 GB of RAM would be good.
okay. So Kant Naveen here. So I have an AWS account. So if I allow to use my instance,
You
so
can.
what is the minimum configuration I can start with?
You can
I
go
can start
for
with a
you know
minimum
one one
and
CPU, one CPU, and you can go for Ubuntu environment over there, or you can go for Linux environment. Any environment would be fine,
okay. So
right?
is there any database configuration required again?
Database not required. If you want, you can go for database
Not
like 100 GB is sufficient
Postgres.
currently for store some data.
Okay, fine. And
So you mean to say
one
RAM?
last.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. So currently we have on the cloud, we have that is like AWS or Google, and they say like, you can spin up your instances and train your models on the cloud.
Yes, yes.
So with whatever the learning we are doing, we would be doing on, with you. So will it be a straightforward, implementation for us, or again, do we need to have some prerequisite before we get into the
No, no,
cloud
no. In
on building
AWS,
the
there
models?
cannot be anything. Only the thing, whatever the tools I'm installing in my local machine, you need to be capable enough
Mm-hmm.
to install it in your instances, right? So if you're
Okay.
able to, for example, I'm using R, you need to be capable enough to use it R. But when you go to Google or AWS, they give the Python console, right? Python shell would be
Correct.
provided
Yeah.
as a basic thing in the instances.
Yeah.
But when you're going with deep learning, so there we use the GPUs. We take out
Mm-hmm.
some 100 GB of GPU graphic card, right? So we go with some sort of some high memory, RAM, and all this stuff. We take go for high instances. We go for high specifications over there when you're going for deep learning, right? That's the reason Google people started with tensor processing units. So even the
Yeah.
GPUs going for a 128, oh my god, even if you go for 8 GB graphics, they're gonna charge me higher, right? So the Google people or AWS people charge higher for
Mm-hmm.
graphics most probably. So even for 128, even they charge more, 128 GB, right? So they started with TPUs, tensor processing units, in order to speed up the training, right? But currently for machine learning,
Okay.
no need of GPU environment. You can have a CPU. That's sufficient.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm sorry, I'll have one last question. So typically on working on these machine learning projects, will it be like the normal agile or the SDLC process, or in terms of how the environments would be set up and how the release would be happening for
Yes,
different
it's a kind
environments?
of agile methodology, Navin. Absolutely, that's true. Means we may not be releasing it at a single stretch. We release it step by
Yep.
step. We would be releasing it in a little by little manner, which is an agile methodology, right? So, for example, if I do all the process and if I release it at a single stretch, he says, "Hey, these are all the complete."
Mhm.
Oh my God, I want to start from the first day, right? I started something, I
Okay.
released it, he would be giving the reviews. After the second stage, I released it, he would be reviewing it. After third stage, so in this way, complete step by step, agile methodology purely.
Okay. So then we'll have to have different environments altogether.
Yeah, yeah. So after that, you forward the code, you give the presentation, you give the step-by-step guide to the client. So the client would be making the UI team to integrate that into their
Yep.
websites.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
And Kant, I have one issue that my laptop RAM is 8 GB, so I need to upgrade it
No, no, no,
or
not required. If it is eight, it's not a problem. If you're planning to go for
okay,
deep learning, you can upgrade it later, Nathan.
okay, okay, no worries. Yeah.
Okay. And even
So
if you're good at affordable, if you're able to afford for a Mac, you can afford for a Mac even. Mac can bear it. Mac
okay,
would be good. If you're means Windows takes
okay,
some time to train, it takes the time, it's lagging. right? So that's the
Okay.
problem with Windows. If you are able to afford it for Mac, you can afford it. Either you can go for Ubuntu on the Windows rather than
Okay.
in the same system. Rather than going for a Windows, you can go for a Ubuntu. So Ubuntu
Mhm.
would be good even.
Okay.
So people,
But
in most of the companies, they are using Ubuntu now itself.
okay, right now I do have i5 with HP.
Okay.
Sorry, Lenovo.
Okay.
So that's what I'm
That's
just
sufficient.
looking at.
That would be good. That would be good.
Okay, not an issue. Thank
Yep. Okay. All right. Any more doubts, Karthikeyan and others?
No, not from my side. If I have
No.
anything, I will just ping you.
Sure, sure. Great. I hope, thank you guys for staying with me and bearing me. Take care. Thank you so much. Let's catch you soon.
Yeah,
Thank you.
take care. Thank you.
Thank
Bye bye.
you.
Good day.
Bye
Yeah.
bye.
Good day. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.